TCU is stacked. I have a feeling I'm going to lose this game.
Naaman G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be game. The Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the game. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Jaguars offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Finds Zach Brees, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Lopez wants to fire. Got his man out of the backfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
Dick. I don't like that. God dog it. What a worthless wide receiver. Worthless was that dude.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Past the 45. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Jaguars will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there.
He might just block one time.
Great play by
Give me one block.
He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They're going to throw it again. Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football.
Quarterback.
Play a lot of receiver,
Stupid running back.
but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Fullback's got it. Tackle is made after the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
They're down to the 20. First and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Power football with the run. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
The Jaguars have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Damn it.
And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's so frustrating for the opposing offense, too, because you're just salivating. You're just waiting for an opportunity to get on the field. The offense possessed it the entire first quarter and then capped it off with a touchdown. That was amazing.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position.
Shook my dude
Nice
off.
job executing all of the assignments as they
I don't know if anyone's watching, but TCU has a 99 wide receiver and a 98 wide receiver and some crazy speed at
This quarterback's good.
some crazy speed at corner.
He's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure. And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Now from the 40, it's first and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Fighting off the defender.
That's crazy. Dude is just straight up hammering my guys.
What they're trying to do as a defense, limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Yes.
And the incomplete pass
Punt that
will
shit.
wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller,
Oh my God, that guy, I really messed that up. Oh my God. Ooh, that could have been really bad.
Second down coming up. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air.
Hold the ball!
Loose on second down, that brings up third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Lopez to pass. Gets it out fast. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. The defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on second and 4. Might as well stick with him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Ball is loose.
Oh,
Defense
God.
just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And then he got
Son
the
of a
first down,
bitch.
and I know
That is so much trash. Fuck. Screwed me right there. Just absolutely screwed me. Get out of here. Such a pussy. God dang it.
slide, get down, don't take the hit, don't fumble, but that guy's thinking touchdown. He's thinking I can break these tackles and try to make a play, got held up, coughed up the football, defense recovers. Man, that's a big blow.
Hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned.
Nope, he wasn't down.
Not really. It has to look like one of these guns. Like an old gun.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense
so
needs to get
dumb.
back lathered up, and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on,
what's wrong? What happened?
Base defense making a play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him
What's
there.
more important, that he's happy or...
A third and long coming up here. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Horned Frogs line
Well, I mean, they said it's because he didn't get a gun.
The second time they've had to kick it away. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds.
Okay.
Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Aurelia!
Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Lopez lost the fire. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play.
Ooh,
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes his connection. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. The Jaguars get enough for the first down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And back to the air on second down.
No!
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Jaguars will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Looking for space. It's Cook. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Really got screwed on the fumble.
A superb broadcast so far in
Fumble was killer.
And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses.
I need me a turnover now to match theirs.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Yes.
Back to throw. It's Hoover. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
These out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. So QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back.
Dog it.
Got it in the middle. It's Cook.
Dude, that guy is unstoppable monster.
When you talk explosive plays, the defense finally able to make the stop.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And
Get the ball.
Comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock.
Hey, Dad. I'm playing my football game right now. Doubleheader tomorrow. I said doubleheader tomorrow. There's no way. Yeah, there's so much rain. Oh, yeah. Everybody's doing good. Just trying. Yeah, it's so silly. I get hyped up over the stupid game. So. It went okay. Everything went good. Even though it was chaos for a while. So. No, she never left. She stayed there. Yes, sir. All right, then. Well, actually, as soon as she walked out the door, it came back on, and Janet called her back in. Yeah. Yeah. All right, then. Bye-bye. Good night, little man.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Lopez to pass. Got the back over the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Give to the fullback. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Surging forward on the sneak.
4th and 1. I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming. It was going to be QB sneak, trying to get some...
Unbelievable. Running backs are just beat down.
See if you can find a crease, pick up the first, keep the drive alive.
The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the running game. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone and pick up a 5 to the 20.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man quickly. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
They'll put the tight end in motion. A first down run on the doorstep. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
I like this guy as a running back because he could run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
He got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Crud.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that
what's on?
3rd down play turned into a disaster.
I'm getting there, buddy.
And this is an interesting decision, right? You got a good lead, a solid lead. A field goal now puts you up by more than a touchdown, which is a great place to be. Or do you want to stay ultra aggressive, go for the gusto, and go for the touchdown?
Field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
South Alabama, 10. TCU, 0.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here's the return from inside his 10.
Golly.
He was looking for more
Just
running
hits
room,
my
but
guy
none to be
off
found
every
as
time.
He stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Schultz on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
TCU, 0.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Throws to the back. He's
Damn it.
Man. And he almost
Damn.
ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. He's looking downfield to throw. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on third down. I like when you slip them in there to try to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
Looking deep down the right side. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
And it's just really nice to have an offense where you can control the ground game and keep that clock ticking. Right now, in these 4-minute situations, when you have the lead, this is exactly what you practice, being more physical and running the football.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got... the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll immediately call timeout. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Dang.
Bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. 4th down. They're taking to the air. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
The Jaguars trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Jeez.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, South Alabama.
Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders.
Get it.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Knocked off his feet.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, South Alabama.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, South Alabama. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Western Kentucky is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These toppers have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? The coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Hoover. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it.
Oh, that was terrible.
The option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Trying play action. Going downfield for the big play. Pulls it in on the left. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good.